Hello ladies and gentlemen, Tevaron here, and welcome back to some more Slay the Spire, where we are once again on a poison deck, this time a la Bouncing Flask and Crippling Poison. We've also got Snecko Skull to help us apply additional poison. We got a fairly defensive build going on here. We're eventually going to try to remove some of these strikes, I think, maybe even some of the defends, if we can get some better stuff. Would love to get a specimen, but we do have 2 energy relics, Ectoplasm, and one we swapped for at the beginning, Runic Dome, so we can no longer gain gold and we can't see enemy intents, which means we have to be quite careful. Let's see which path we're going to be taking here. We want to hit as many elites as possible. We can hit a quick shop there, go up here and go this way and hit an elite, or hit a campfire plus an elite. And go campfire, elite, campfire, chest, elite, campfire. So I think 2 elites is the most that we can hit. And we're not going to be able to gain gold, so hitting multiple shops is not even really worth it. So I think we're going to go this way and go question mark to this shop, then head on up to these elites. Yep, that seems like a plan. Alright, thieves. We need to kill these guys fairly quickly if we can. They hit us for a few turns, stealing our money, and then they block and run. Well, we do need some defense. We're starting with 5. I probably want to play both of these. I think it's maybe okay if we take a little damage here, though maybe not. Let's see how Bouncing Flask hits first. Alright, so 8 on each. That seems alright. Yeah, I think what we're going to do is backflip twice. And we could poison stab, or we could defend. We have the Art of War. If we defend, we have played no attacks this turn, so we'll have 6 energy next turn. Got 12 cards in our deck. Draw 5, so there's a chance we wouldn't even be able to use all the energy if we did that next turn, unless we draw Acrobatics, so probably poison stab is for the best, so we'll do that. Alright, blocked it all, take some damage here. Yeah, glad we did block, because 20 damage would have been a lot there. After image is great, we're definitely going to play that. We'll neutralize this guy, since we're going to try to kill this one first. Acrobatics. We're going to discard a strike. Then we're going to blur, defend, strike, and stab, and he's dead, so now we can start working on this one. When we see one of them block, that means they're about to run the next turn, so we need to be aware of that. Shouldn't take any damage this time. Nope, still steals some of our gold, though. Alright, definitely Crippling Poison. I suspect he may be blocking this turn, but we want to be safe. Still, with 5 energy, we can do a whole lot, so we will block for the maximum. Especially with the blur tiding our block over. Yep, he's going to be trying to run. We need to get through for at least a little damage here, which we are just able to do. And now the poison will finish him off. And we get our gold back. So 10 wasn't too bad to be taking there, I don't think. Oh yeah, it doesn't really matter. Now that I think about it, just because we can't gain gold, which means we can't even get the gold back that they steal. Wasn't even thinking that through. Really don't want any of these. If we had an accuracy or a Shiv build, Infinite Blades would be great. If we had Envenom, I might even take it, but we don't. I don't think Dagger Spray is what we're wanting to do. The AoE that we're looking for is Noxious Fumes, so we're going to skip this card. And we'll head this direction. Scaling the city, you notice a wall covered in the writing of the ancients. As you try to wrap your head around what the puzzling symbols and glyphs could mean, the writings begin to glow. Suddenly, the message becomes clear, so we can remove a card from our deck or upgrade all strikes and defends. I think that one's a no-brainer too, even though we want to thin our deck out of the basic cards. You know, eventually, this makes them not basic cards anymore, so all them upgrades, give them to me. to the shop. Would love to see an Apotheosis for sale. And it is not, so that's a little sad. Catalyst is a good pickup for a poison deck. One of is basically all you need. Double an enemy's poison and exhaust. So we can buy a relic to negate the next 2 curses. Darkstone Parapet, whenever we obtain a curse, our max HP is upped by 6. Tingsha, whenever you discard a card during your turn, deal 3 damage to a random enemy for each card discarded. Not really in the market for that. I think Catalyst is for sure a pickup here with what we've got going on. Is this a new potion? Ooh, it is. Gain 1 artifact. I have never seen that potion before. They are updating this game just constantly. See, we've got 2 dexterity potions. Do we want to remove a card or do we want to save our gold to potentially buy another relic in the future? So if we did this, we would have 143 left. Is there anything that we're super wanting to get rid of? I mean, all of our basic cards are upgraded, so they're great now. Yeah, I don't think there is. I think we're just going to save our gold and try to get a better relic. Onimora is fine, but there's no guarantee we're even going to be cursed at all this run, so let's just save it. And we will head this way. Go to the question mark next, and then to the campfire. Would love to not take damage so that we can upgrade instead of resting. Alright, Blur is great. Defend is great. Bouncing Flask is great. And we didn't play an attack, so we get extra energy next turn. Alright, putting the negative effect on us when we play a non-attack card. Shuffle 1 Dazed into our draw pile. Not really going to worry about that. What we're going to do is Catalyst and get up to 31 poison. Neutralize. Strike. Defend. Survive. I don't care about your dazed. The poison is going to eat you alive. And just play our stuff out, and he will melt away, just like the Wicked Witch of the West. Bane? I mean, that's okay. We do have poison going on, so this will be minimum 14 damage. I do like Backflip. However, Escape Plan is just always a good card. Draw a card if it's a skill, gain 3 block, lets us cycle through our deck for free. Let's go with that. Then we'll go to the question mark. And unfortunately, it's just a combat. Malleable's a problem sometimes, but if we can get some poison going quickly, it won't be. Backflip again. Well, After Image for sure. Escape Plan. Well, we didn't hit our poison. We can, though, neutralize. And strike. And strike. And pass the turn. Should get our poison coming up here next turn. At least one of them, odds are. Yep, there is crippling poison, so we will cripple. And we will stab. And we're going to play it safe and defend. Alright, so we're getting weakened. Doesn't really matter. Our strength is kind of irrelevant since we are poisoning all the times. We could hold this, but this combat's not really going to last long enough, so we'll go ahead and double that poison. Then we will lay out our hand. And masterfully stab. Might take a little damage here. Yeah, just a little bit. And then our enemy plant here is toast. Alright, block potion. That is potentially useful. Do we want a second catalyst? It's a catalyst plus, so it triples the poison. Yep, we'll take it. And onto the campfire. I think we're fine for health, so we're going to go ahead and upgrade. Do we want a second Catalyst Plus for triple poison? That seems incredibly good to me. See, upgrading After Image makes it innate. Yep, doesn't really increase its effect. Yep, we're going to upgrade, have 2 Catalyst Plus. Seems great. Go on over here. Alright, so these guys can be a problem sometimes. We do want to after image. We'll escape plan for sure. Crippling poison has to happen. These guys on the end do more damage than the one in the middle, so we'll hit this one. Then we'll defend, and we should get extra energy next turn since we didn't play any actual attacks. We may actually take some damage this turn. They deal a ton. And yep, we did. Alright, Catalyst. So it would take this up to 15 and then kill it if we double Catalyst this guy. Let's neutralize here for the weakness. We definitely want to blur. The question is whether we want to use these catalysts. I think getting one of them dead is worth having both of these gone. So we'll do that and then strike back here, and we're definitely going to take some damage. These guys just deal so much damage when they attack, and they attack basically every turn. Well, that one's entangling, so we can't play any attacks this next turn. Luckily, Bouncing Flask is not actually an attack. Good. Let's see if we can draw some defensive cards. Go ahead and discard things we can't play. And this still can be pretty rough. This is probably the toughest to lead on this floor. At least it has been in my experience. Let's backflip. And backflip. We definitely want to neutralize again for the weakness. And we will survive. I'm going to discard the acrobatics so that we can play our masterful stab. So defend. Say strike. So he's dead to poison. Strike. Masterful stab. And we shouldn't take any damage since this one's dying. 34 is a lot of block anyway. So hit for 10. That's not bad. It's funny how the one in the middle that's so big is actually the least damage, though it does add wounds to our deck. As you can see, really putting a damper on us here. Not really a lot of choice. So if he's hitting for 10 again, we'll take nothing. Seems okay. Maybe he's hitting for more. Nope, just 7. Good. So yeah, this fight is over. Feel a lot more confident in this run than I did the last one. Pin nib is fine. Not really what we're in the market for. Every 10th attack we play deals double damage. Not doing a ton of attacks, though. I guess, you know, eventually we'll trigger one. Do we want another dex potion? I think the block potion's probably just better at this point. Do we want another poison stab? Probably not. Finisher? Not really what we're in the market for. We're just going to skip this. Go up here. Again, I don't think we need to rest. We'll just upgrade some more. So the question is, what do we upgrade? Do we want After Image in our opening hand? Do we want to just absolutely guarantee we can get the block rolling from the get-go? Escape Plan gains us 5 block for 0 if we draw a skill card. I think Innate After Image is fine. Let's do that. Would love to grab some more blurs. Alright, Singing Bowl. Whenever you skip a card reward, increase your max HP by 2. Wish we had this a little while ago. We could have increased our max HP by like 6 by now. But still could be good going forward. Terror. This is basically the only in-class way for the Silent to apply Vulnerable. Not really sure we need that though. Since we're poison based, we do some attacks. Dodge and roll is great. 6 block, then 6 again next turn. No, I just don't want any of these. It's not what we're trying to do. If we were offered a blur there, I would have taken it. Alright, so we don't want a Catalyst this turn, I don't think. Though it would make it 15 poison immediately. And we need to be aware every time this gets through and does damage to our health, we get a wound. And it generally attacks for multiple times each turn. So for sure we want to After Image. And for sure we want to Crippling Poison. Then I think we're going to Survivor away our Catalyst so that we can Masterful Stab, and we may actually take a little bit of damage here. Nope, didn't. Good. Alright, Bouncing Flask for sure, and now I'm perfectly happy with a Catalyst. So, 60 poison, please. Defend. Defend. Just don't want to take damage. And can we get what we need? We can. Excellent. Well, that was maybe the easiest go of it I've ever had against that guy. Vajara, fine. 1 strength. I really want the specimen so that we can transfer poison when something dies, but perfectly fine to get a little extra strength. Don't want any of these. Well, no, actually, I'll take a Prepared Plus. It nets us a card and lets us cycle through for what we're looking for, so we'll take that. And hopefully get another relic here. In front of you sits an altar to a forgotten god. Atop the altar sits an ornate female statue with arms outstretched. She calls out to you, demanding sacrifice. So we can gain 5 max HP and lose 14 HP. Or we can become cursed with decay. As much as I would like not to have to rest at a campfire coming up, I really don't want that curse, so sure. You stand on the altar and cut your wrists. As the blood spills out in sacrifice, the arms of the statue reach out and close around your eyes. Everything goes dark. You wake up a short time later, feeling a new potential surging through you. Not the best of encounters there. Still, if we don't lose any more, we maybe can afford to not have to rest at the last campfire. After Image for sure. Backflip. Poison card, please. Huh. Yeah, we'll neutralize here. Yeah, sorry, don't want to play that Catalyst. So yeah, we will Acrobatics. So what do we want to discard? Masterful Stab, since we definitely can't play it. Then we could Defend, or we could Crippling Poison. Only 8 block, but I think Crippling Poison's fine since it applies weakness, so we'll do that. And hopefully not take a ton. Alright, we didn't take too awfully much. I think we're definitely going to have to rest at the next campfire. Backflip. Escape Plan. Catalyst. We can go up to 15 poison here. I think that's fine. We'll do that. We will Defend. Survivor. Go ahead and strike this one that doesn't have armor. Shouldn't take any damage this time. We'll just count on the poison to finish this guy since he does have the plated armor there that's giving him 14 block every turn. Bouncing Flask. Can't control where that goes. That's perfectly fine. We're just going to defend with everything. That way we'll get an extra energy next turn. This guy is dead no matter what. Don't need to worry about the shelled parasite at all. Then, yep, Crippling Poison. Poison Stab. Catalyst. And that's the ball game. Really liking this deck so far. Yeah, that's what we've been waiting for. Noxious Fumes. Don't think we want more than one, but one is always good in pretty much any deck. Especially against like this. So we want to After Image for sure. These guys can end a run too. These aren't even an elite, but they gain 3 strength every turn after the first turn. Let's Backflip. Acrobatics. We'll pitch a defend. They don't attack on the first turn, they buff themselves. Escape plan. Well, poison stab here. Question is, do I want to do more damage or roll our block over to next turn? I think I want to roll our block over. Because these guys will be attacking this next turn. As you can see, at the start of each turn, it gains 3 strength. Catalyst, so we could up this. Well, neutralize here for sure. Then we need to get one of them dead, so strike, defend, defend, and yeah, we're just going to go ahead and catalyst. I think it's fine. Sadly, we didn't get another blur. And our next attack is going to do double damage. We're at our pin nib hit. So 20, that will finish this guy off outright, but we don't need 20 to get it done. It's at 18 and it's ticking for 9, so a strike will do it on its own. So let's strike here. And then with our non-pin nib hit, we'll get that guy to die. Let's go ahead and prepared. And we will discard... If we're going to heal at the campfire no matter what, we should probably discard Backflip and Survivor and just play out our poison cards. I'm going to hedge though. We're going to discard Backflip and Noxious Fumes. Then we will weaken this one and survive for the 8 block. Right, took a little bit. Right, didn't even take damage there, great. Right, so we could Catalyst and get this up. Let's Bouncing Flask first, see where it's going to be more useful. Yeah, definitely there. Then we can Survivor. And boom. Wish we had just a bit more health. I would feel perfectly justified in upgrading at the next campfire. We may be able to beat the champ on 34 health though. Phantasmal Killer, not really what we're in for. Yep, don't want any of these. We'll just take the HP upgrade. Okay, so we can't gain gold. So, no use doing this. Guess we'll do it just in case the game glitches and actually gives us the gold. Yep, no gold. It's kinda sad. So, do we feel... Well, I just noticed that the 2 HP max that we get every time we reject a card actually does heal us for 2. Do we think we can beat this guy on 36 health? You know what? No guts, no glory. Let's upgrade a card. And the upgrade is going to be to Noxious Fumes. If this costs us the run, then so be it. I feel like poison is probably especially good versus this person. Versus this particular boss. Let's see. Let's prepare. Let's get rid of these strikes. We want to start stacking poison. We also want to weaken, and we'll take the 8 block from Survivor. Actually, we should probably just go ahead and drink at least one of these Dex potions. Alright, defensive stance, sure. No damage coming in. Should be attacking this turn. Do we want to double Catalyst? That would take it to 9 and then to 27. Is that worth it? Let's see if we can get another poison card. Acrobatics, please. Let's discard a defend. I think we're going to save our Catalyst. We want a little bit more poison before we do that. So we'll strike and double defend. They'll come back around before too awfully long. Yep, got frail and vulnerable, which is not great, but it's fine. Definitely want to crippling poison. And backflip. And backflip. And would love to be able to play that. Sadly, we can't, so end the turn. Got our noxious fumes going. Took a little damage there. I think we're going to be okay here. If we don't kill him outright at a certain point when he gets low enough, he will do a buff that removes all these debuffs, even the poison. So up to 33. Let's backflip. I think we're just going to pound away. I still don't quite want to catalyst yet. I would like to get it to where he doesn't remove the poison. If we can catalyst twice in a relatively short period of time with enough poison, it will just kill him before he gets a chance. So we'll defend and blur and survive. Yep, he doesn't want us to be strong. Doesn't matter. Strength is not what we're about. Escape plan. Let's see if we can draw. Crippling poison seems okay. We'll discard strike. Crippling poison. Do we want to catalyst? I still think no. Going to neutralize. Defend. Defend. Just going to bide our time a little while longer. Great thing about poison is it ignores armor. Bouncing flask for sure. Let's go ahead and prepare ourselves. Discard these strikes. Don't really care about attacking at all. Backflip. Yeah, we'll poison stab though and survive. Just trying to not take any damage from him. And now I think we are justified in starting to play our catalysts if we draw them. So escape plan. Backflip. Alright, neutralize. We do want to do both our defends. We could just play out our hand here. Would love to draw both catalysts together. Like this next hand would be awesome. We got a chance. Got one catalyst. Discard strikes. Acrobatics. Haha, got him. Discard strike. So, bouncing flask. Catalyst. How do you feel about 600 poison, sir? I feel pretty good about it. And that went rather well, if I do say so myself. Got our dexterity potion back. We could take Nightmare, so we could Nightmare and copy Catalyst to get 3 Catalysts the next turn. Seems okay, seems cute too though, I don't know. Don't know if that's really something that we want to be doing. Tools of the Trade seems fine. Just lets us cycle through our deck a bit more. We do have a ton of energy. You know what? Let's have some fun. We'll take Nightmare. And what relics? Velvet Choker. That's the one energy card I really don't want. Limit of 6 cards per turn. Philosopher's Stone, on the other hand. Letting all our enemies start with 2 extra strength seems not horrible. Don't want to transform our upgraded strikes and defends. That seems awful. We could just skip this relic, but I think letting our enemies have a little strength is fine. So we'll do that. Looks like we got Danu and Deka. It's a Donut and a Decahedron as our bosses. And looks like we got a ton of elites to look through, but we will begin on this floor in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, let me know in the comments and by leaving a like below. It really does help tremendously. And of course, subscribe if you'd like to see more in the future. I have been Tevaron, and until next time, friends, be excellent to each other.